As part of efforts to reform the Nigerian juvenile justice system to accommodate and solidify child-related cases and justice, the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, has inaugurated the Technical Committee to review the Borstal institutions, remand centers, and Act 2004 on Thursday in Abuja. Maliki Duro has more in this report.
The Attorney General of the Federation, represented by J.D. Agba during the inauguration of Technical Committee to review Act 2004 held in Abuja, stated that the millions of children in Africa and around the world have their rights violated, while many are denied of their fundamental rights. She noted that the federal government has embarked on various initiatives to address the gap like amnesty and decongestion program for deprived of their liberty during COVID-19 and beyond. However, a reform is imperative.
Millions of children in Africa and indeed around the world have their rights violated. They are denied access to education, health care, social benefits, and unduly separated from their families, and affected by exploitation, abuse, and violence in their homes and in communities. Everywhere, groups of children are left behind, victims of prejudice and discrimination. Among the most vulnerable being those born to poverty, to ethnic minorities, children in detention, street children, and those with disabilities.
Speaking earlier, Honorable Justice Bello, retired, noted that there is need for the provision of special juvenile court to address cases of juvenile matters.
The urgent need to amend the law cannot be overemphasized. Therefore, Nigeria is witnessing an alarming increase of youth festiveness, radicalization, and drugs crimes. Introducing a system that helps prevent youth reoffending, recidivism, and restiveness is urgently required to channel their energies towards the right path for their development, socio-economic, and political stability in the Nigerian nation.
Also speaking, Leticia Ayola states the need to decongest the prison.
And has successfully led the committee on the decongestion and reform of the correctional centers and Borstal institutions nationwide. I also want to thank members of this technical committee representing the relevant MDAs, UNODC, UNICEF, and other development partners for their cooperation and support towards this assignment. Following the launch of the Amnesty and Decongestion Program for Juveniles by the Federal Ministry of Justice and the subsequent assessment of over 300 children in Borstal institutions in the country, it became obvious that the legal framework of the juvenile justice system, especially as it relates to children in detention, needed to be reviewed and strengthened to meet with the human rights standards and international best practices.
The Attorney General of the Federation stressed that it is important to sustain government's effort by reviewing the Borstal institution legal framework and bring it up to conformity with the Child Rights Act 2003, the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015, and the Correctional Service Act 2019.